In less than 24 hours, voters in the Ablekuma North constituency will return to the polls in a rerun of the parliamentary election, an attempt to resolve the controversy that followed a failed collation process. The Electoral Commission ordered a rerun in 19 polling stations after the initial results were rendered inconclusive. However, with just hours to go, questions remain about the Commission's readiness ahead of Friday's vote. Meanwhile, the New Patriotic Party has announced its decision to boycott the election. But in a surprising twist, the opposition NDC says the NPP's claims are misleading, adding that the ruling party is actively engaged in door-to-door campaigning across the constituency. I think they mean that the NPP is engaged in a door-to-door campaigning. Here's the report from James Aveji.
From several coalition attempts to entrench positions by the two political parties on whether or not to rerun the election, the Electoral Commission finally took a decision on a rerun, even against their own promise to Ghanaians and MPs. The NPP, days after the EC's announcement, held a press conference and their position was clear.
That under no circumstances will we be intimidated. Yes. Under no circumstances will we be coerced to go for a rerun. We will not go for any rerun. The New Patriotic Party will not go for any rerun. We have won the elections. We have won the elections.
But the NDC, 24 hours to the election, is raising serious allegations, accusing the NPP of being deceitful, because according to them, the NPP is engrossed in full-blown door-to-door campaign in the constituency. Rashid Tanko Computer is Deputy Director of Elections and IT for the NDC.
Do you know that they are subtly participating in the election?
How?
This evening, the ballot papers, after it was printed, they are sent to the police station. I'm speaking on authority. Their officers were there to check the ballot papers.
But that will be a contradiction of what the General Secretary told me yesterday.
That's what I'm saying.
I asked the question, he said he was aware of the letter the EC wrote to them, but they are not going to be
Evans, I am telling you that
monitoring.
These people, if you listen to them, prepare your coffin very well. I know what they can do, NPP. Since yesterday, they were campaigning. I was with my national chairman, General Saidu Ketia, in the constituency. We crossfire with them around 11 p.m., the NPP. In the constituency, they'll come and sit on platform like this and chant that we are not participating. On the ground, they are there doing door-to-door. This evening, my colleague, you can put him on record, Mahdi Jibril, he's my other Deputy Director of Election. He policed the ballot papers to the police station at Ablekuma North. NPP officers were there.
His allegation is, however, rejected by Deputy General Secretary of the NPP, Haruna Mohammed.
None of our officers is on site. And
are you sure, though?
He has not provided any evidence.
Yeah, I mean,
he just made a comment. And I'm telling you that none of our officers under instruction has gone to supervise anything in Ablekuma North.
But what others find worrying is the Electoral Commission's inability to update the public on the process so far. Per convention, the EC would have held a number of press conferences to update the public on their activities, including printing of ballots, security situations, and the general readiness ahead of the election day. It is still unclear whether the EC will issue a statement or hold a press conference before Friday, July 11, 2025. James Savage's report for Joy News.
Let's stay on this a bit longer because there appears to be some opposition to the NPP's boycott of the election, even from within the party. And my colleague Nana Bwachi Dankwaye-Adom joins me in studio for more details on this. And Nana, we know the MP for Mpraiso has been speaking on the matter. Exactly what's his point?
So for the MP from Mpraiso, he is standing categorically against the party's decision not to participate in the Ablekuma North election, which is just barely 24 hours from now. He made some claims that this is the party's stronghold, and then the 19 polling stations in contention have been won by the party since 2020. And so it is not right for the party to resist or refuse to go into the election tomorrow. So very vehemently refusing.
So he thinks that they should go to the polls tomorrow. Is he the only one who holds this view? So
he is not the only one who holds this view. Kennedy Japan, who was a flag bearer aspirant in the party's primaries last year, has also made a statement. He was on a news show this morning, and he stated the same thing, that the party must not leave the candidate behind. They must go into the contest tomorrow and then support the candidate. I mean,
to make it make sense, I would ask, why are they holding this position? Because the entire party and some members of the leadership of the party are saying don't go for a rerun. So how does it make sense?
So for these people who are agreeing with the party's position or the party itself, the leadership, they believe that the EC hasn't been fair to them. But for those who are opposing the party's decision, with the fact that they've been able to win these 19 polling stations in contention in previous elections, it is only fair to go into the election and not give the NDC an easy run.
That's to say that the NPP has always won the elections in that particular constituency.
Since 1996, this has been the stronghold of the NPP. It was held by Kwame Battles, and then Sheila Battles came to have it, and then Nana Akua also came to unseat Sheila Battles and then took over. And so this has become an NPP stronghold since 1996.
Well, it's just 24 hours to the time, and let's see how that all pans out. But I still want to give you more details on this. And Nana Bochidankwa, thanks for joining us. So my colleague Jacqueline Ansoma-Yeboah is on grounds, and she joins me live with more details. Jackie, you've been interacting with the voters. What more are you picking up in terms of their preparedness for tomorrow?
I didn't really hear you well, but I'm live at Ablekuma North constituency. To be precise, I'm in front of the secretariat of the MPP parliamentary candidate, that is Mekia Friye. Now, we had been gathering information earlier when I was speaking to most of the voters. What they had been sharing was that they've seen both political parties, MPP and the NDC, move out to campaign, especially NDC this morning. But I'm here with one of the members of the Friends of Mekia Friye. You were making some revelations earlier as to why you were still going ahead to participate in the rerun.
And I'm not the one that made the revelation, but you have seen it yourself because we were inside. But we came out, you see all these people. We are not imported from anywhere. They live in Ablekuma North here. They know which candidate will win the election and help them. Electoral Commission and the NDC trying to deny that candidate. And they said that even if Electoral Commission won, we should go to the rerun of all Ablekuma North, the 281 police stations, but they should make sure that they vote for Ekwefre to win the election. So it's not a magic or something. We are not doing that. But right now, what I'm saying that is that the party has made it clear to the whole world that they are not partaking in the election. But Friends of Ekwefre, they are on the grounds working for Ekwefre to become their MP. So if the party said no, but if the people said they want, what will you say? It's by the doing of God. And I know, inshallah, what they are doing, by tomorrow, Ekwefre will become the victory. Ekwefre will become the MP. So you people shouldn't worry.
What we want to make sure or find out is that even though the party says that they're still not supporting, the Friends of Ekwefre, they are still out here campaigning.
They even told me, as the party organizer, that, look at my eyes. I was even somewhere sleeping, and they called me that I should come. They want me. When I came, they told me that, look, if I'm not going out, but they will go out and make sure that Ekwefre win. So I should sit down. They'll bring the victory for MPP here. And this is not a party office. As a party office, I'm supposed to be the party office. This is a Ekwefre private office. You understand? But they told me that, look, don't worry. We are going to make Ekwefre the victorious tomorrow election. And I'm sure tomorrow all of you will be at the coalition center.
So now we can confidently say that still Ekwefre is contested.
My advice to the MPP supporters all over the 19 police stations that they are voting, they should come out boldly without any fears. Nobody is going to do anybody anything. They should come and vote, and we'll make sure their vote are counted. Their vote will be counted.
Right, so,
yes.
Thank you very much, sir. And sorry, your name?
My name is Alhaji Abubakar Brahma.
Right, sure. So that's Alhaji, and he's given us what is transpiring here. When we got here earlier, you couldn't meet her. We heard that she had stepped out herself, but we saw a lot of people still gathering in front of the residence, and they addressed us earlier, and he just gave a brief as to what is happening right now. So from the look of things here in Ablekuma North constituency, Mekua Free is running, but what we are also hearing is that there's no support from the party's leadership, but these are friends, these are people supporting. And also, during my conversation with the voters earlier, I've been to a couple of 2 polling stations, another part in the Ablekuma North constituency, and what I'm gathering is that most of them, they have seen that they've seen the NDC campaigning for some weeks now, but it was just this morning that they've seen a lot of MPP party members campaigning. We also saw some NDC campaigners also on the ground campaigning vigorously. So that is the situation here inside Ablekuma North. But then let me also move to the other side to still engage more of the people here inside the Ablekuma North constituency to find out if she is, she's aware. You are aware of the elections tomorrow?
Yes, please.
Okay. And have you seen any of the political parties campaigning?
Yes. Yes, I've seen that the MPP members, they are doing their campaign. And I've seen one and two people of the NDCs to doing campaign in our area here.
Okay. Now, personally, you voted in the last election. How did you feel knowing very well that you went to queue vote and now you have to go and vote again?
Oh, personally, it's normal. These things do happen. So I've taken it in a cool way. It's normal.
All right. So what are your expectations ahead of tomorrow's election?
Oh, I wish the best party wins.
Okay. All right. So this and many more has been the reaction that we have been getting from most of the voters, constituents inside Ablekuma North. You can see right behind me most of these young men in here. We are still live on Joy News.
Asafo Chami Jajelo, the first, the old general, Yama Mitane one. They all say election. La yewi election. So ban say on party or power and some person we are. Fine, they are two. Se some say vote biom. Ya ja tum say be vote. Until they all say down. Say ma me wini. Number yes say some be kwa be kun. You be ku pa o.
Na mo polling stations na kan e kan e ochino mo voting no cause 90.
90 enya kan bi. Pentecost kan bi. E ka Pentecost, other countryman Pentecost for the Kasan.
So let me just paraphrase real quick what he also said is that they are well prepared to vote tomorrow. Their polling station. Their polling station is part of the 19 polling station that is expected to have the rerun tomorrow. So they are confident that they are going to the polls to vote. So a lot of people here, that has been the reaction from most people that they are going to vote, just as you heard from the woman. Mixed reaction. Whoever emerges the winner, they'll be okay with this. Yeah. So over to you back in the studio, Sweetie Abochi.
Jacqueline and Somayabwa, they're live from the grounds of Ablekuma North constituency. Thank you. And it's a good time to do some quick checks with the parties. And let's start with the NPP. I have, I think that's let's start with the side of the NDC. Rashid Tanko Computer is Deputy Director of Elections for the NDC. And Doc, thank you for joining us on Joy News today. I'm sure you've seized all forms of campaigning now, but how ready are you for tomorrow?
Dear, let me say good afternoon to you, and let me put it on record that as of yesterday, we indicated to the whole world that the MPP is the most unprincipled political party that has ever existed, and it played out today. I told your reporters yesterday that they are there campaigning and participating. Their leadership were ever before them. No, they were not campaigning. Your reporters have seen it public. As we now, I'm currently at the Electoral Commission. Head of the figure for tomorrow or that. If they have their ideas with their lab and their own speaking. So this kind of political party, how can you have trust in such a political party?
Okay, so I mean, away from criticizing the NPP, how ready are you for tomorrow's election?
We are ready. We are ready. Our teams everything is set. We have campaign process for the 9th state. We have party yes and deploy them respect everything. We are ready tomorrow, and we are picking up win the 9th station. Hands down. That is a focus on.
Well, Dr. Rashid Tanko Computer, thank you for joining us. And I will not be able to bring you the other side at this particular moment, but in the course of the bulletin, I will. You want to trust your election headquarters? We will be on ground at Ablekuma North from polls opening to polls closing. And senior editor and head of our political desk, Evans Mensah, joins me with our coverage plan. Evans, good to see you. Fill us in. What's happening tomorrow? I believe Evans is muted.
Tomorrow we're going to cover this from the entire day, throughout the whole day, starting from the morning, bringing audiences on rival coverage as we always do on the election headquarters. And then at 5 o'clock, we will have a special results show. We're going to have a few guest journalists for that. The parties themselves will be represented. And then we'll have the Electoral Commission and some analysts join us all the way until 8 p.m. And we have an invitation from the Electoral Commission for this to happen. So you will want to join us for that special coverage.
Evans Mensah, thank you for bringing us up to speed in terms of what to expect tomorrow. Now, Professor Kwesi Ening is a security expert, and he joined us for more perspective on this matter. Prof, thank you for joining. So if you look at the NPP, first pulling out, now we are hearing that they're campaigning, and the EC's silence, what really may be the cause of this communication gap we're seeing? Prof, I think you should unmute. Okay, Prof. Ening, so I'm trying to understand, or if you could make an educated guess into what explains the communication gap we are seeing. The NPP said they were pulling out, but now we are hearing, and we can't confirm that they're actively campaigning. And the EC has been surprisingly quiet. How do you help us make sense of it? Okay, I don't think I can bring you that conversation with Prof. Ening. He's a security analyst at this particular moment. But of course, you want to stay with us for all the action in terms of how tomorrow's election rerun in the 19 polling stations will pan out.